What's up, everybody? Guy Think Podcast. I'm your host, Joe Mignon, coming to you live from a Guy Think Podcast studios here in South Florida. Special shout out to my sponsors. We got Deck Masters of South Florida. If you need any deck needs, any flooring, anything like that, hit them up, 954-242-2681. And, of course, my boy Frank Cristiano, Cross Country Mortgages. They get loans closed within 7 days. They are pretty awesome. So check them out. Frank Cristiano, 561-504-1278. Today I have a very special guest. This is going to be Christine Curran. She is the host and TV personality for Dining Divas. Pretty awesome stuff. It's here in South Florida. And also the new celebrity boxing champion. Please welcome Christine. How you doing, Christine?
What's up? I'm still a little sore, but nursing my neck.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I know. I was at the event live, November 16th, Ocean Manor Hotel in Fort Lauderdale. It was a pretty eventful evening. And, of course, you had the main event for the strap against Natalie DiDonato of Mob Wives. So tell me, how was that experience for you? First of all, how did you get involved with celebrity boxing? How'd that all start?
I've actually been friends with Damon for 8 years. I've worked with him for 8 years. I've booked Ring Girls for him. I booked VIP TV's Joe Rubo for a fight. I put on the press conference for Farrah Abraham and Hoops Alexander last year down here in South Florida with the Ring Girl contest. And then, Farrah backed out, and that's when Nat D had stepped in. He had actually originally asked me to step in with Hoops, and I was filming Dining Divas that weekend and couldn't do it. And then Nat D stepped in. And so when he came to me and was like, hey, let's get you in finally. He's been asking me for years to fight. And I was like, no. I'm like, why not? Right now is a good time. My show's doing pretty well. Like, what's an extra little PR boost, right?
Yeah, why not, right? And you got to train with some pretty awesome trainers. I mean, Billy Patton is world renowned. He trains all the big UFC stars at the American Top Team in Coconut Creek.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you get involved with Billy Patton and Coleman and all those guys?
Well, Billy was introduced to me by Damon. So Damon always hooks everybody up, with different people in the area that he knows, or he finds somebody for you. So he hooked me up with Billy. Billy's great. If you ever want to get training just for fun or whatever, he's definitely the guy to go to. He's awesome. And then I trained also with Jackie out of I always say it wrong. Get your sixth gym, I think it is, in Delray. It's like an MMA studio, and they were great. Jackie was awesome. She was my spar partner. I had a great time with her, learned a lot. So the two of them together were just like a great team.
Awesome. So what was some of the things that you learned while you were training?
I mean, everything. I knew nothing about boxing, so learning all the fundamentals. I also got to go to Vegas and train with oh man, I'm gonna forget his name now. I trained with some people, Teddy in Vegas. He trained Chuck Ladone and all kinds of bigwigs. And then I trained with Jeff Mayweather while I was in Vegas. And I got to interview Stitch from the Rocky movies while I was up there, and he gave me some pointers and lots of fun people I gotta come in contact with.
Yeah, Stitch is a cool guy. I've interviewed him a couple of times. He was on the podcast. I did a live interview with him over at the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pay-per-view when I was interviewing the fighters. He's a great guy, Stitch. We got a couple of inside jokes together. He's a real cool dude. So yeah, the night of the fight, I did find some footage of the fight that was put out by Natalie's trainer that was online, and I wanted to share some of that footage to show our listeners and our viewers, what kind of went down over at Ocean Manor and what your thoughts were while this whole fight was going on. So I'm gonna get that pulled up in a second. But I did find it was a wild fight. It really was. I mean, you guys it was more like a backyard brawl. I mean,
yeah, that's exactly what it was. There was a lot of WWE style headlocking going on around there. I think she put me in a headlock every single round at some point.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why my neck's all fucked up.
Well, I noticed that. I was like, I'm watching it, and I'm like, up against the ropes, getting pushed. all this craziness that's going on,
Mhm.
and yeah, see that there's the headlock right there. So
Yeah,
what, like,
that's just one of many. I had like three or four of them for sure. It's really hard because those gloves are so big, man. I train with 18-ounce gloves. When you put on 23-ounce gloves, it's really that 5 extra ounces they're already big at 18. 23 is just ginormous, man. You can't really do anything. You can't really function that easily. So when she got me in the headlocks, it's really hard to get out of them because I can't use my arms too much.
Right, yeah, and I thought the gloves were too big. In my opinion, I was like, these gloves are like, what were they, like 20? What'd you say, 22,
23
23?
ounces.
Yeah, 23 ounces. So that was kind of crazy to me. That they were that big. The ring was small. You can't really move around. I cover a lot of MMA fights and boxing matches. So when I was watching this, I was like, all right, it's like a little sparring ring, but yeah, the gloves I thought were too big. Can't really do much damage. But like, what was going on? Like, when she was putting you in the headlock, were you saying anything to her? Like, what
No,
was
I
happening?
mean, that's the last thing I wanted to do is speak to her right then because I mean, it was just a dirty fight. Like, I knew she was going to do it. I called it before I went in there. I was like, I watched her last 2 fights. I studied my opponent. I saw how she played dirty. She did a lot of headlocks, a lot of throwing people on the floor, which she did that to me too, got me on the floor, and I'm like, look, I trained for 8 weeks. I've never done this before. I trained to be a boxer. I tried to come in there and I tried to box. Now, definitely fundamentals kind of went out the window when you got those bigger gloves on and the adrenaline's kicking. It wasn't like a boxing match the way that I sparred and trained with my partners and stuff. But at the end of the day, throwing bows like that, like throwing people on the floor, headlocking, all that. I mean, that's all penalties in the boxing world. So,
Yeah.
I think like after they called it a draw and everyone came up and was like, what the heck? That's not right. That's not right. Even people I never met before were like, that's crazy. And so Damon ended up giving me the belts right after the fight, after all that, because there was just a lot of people just going like nuts about it. And I think he was just under a lot of pressure. I mean, I know she was like in a weird mood that night and kind of giving him a lot of crap right before the fight. And I think that his mind wasn't fully like invested in watching what was really going on because he told me this morning even, and also the next day, like after he watched it, he was like, yeah, you threw a lot more contact punches and she did a lot of penalties. I mean, that's just what it is. So he, and just to make it clear, here's the belt. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
She keeps
There it is.
saying that I don't have the belts, but I do that Damon only gave me the belt to give to my charity. Well, first of all, I've been working with Damon for 8 years, and Damon has never given a belt to charity. He gave me the belt because he declared it on Facebook that I was the official belt winner, and
Right.
she's just a lot. She got mad. I posted something on Instagram and she took it somehow the wrong way because I posted, I trained for 8 weeks to kick butt and mission accomplished thanks to my trainers. Just saying that I kicked butt in my own performance, the way that I performed. It wasn't anything personal to her or anything, and she just unleashed on me over that. And it was just really a shout out to my trainers. Really, I was just trying to thank them for all they taught me. And so that just started the war. And then I don't think she ever saw that Damon posted that he gave me the belts. And so then she kept saying I was a liar. I'm a habitual liar. And so I screenshotted it and sent it to her on her text message. Like, look, I'm not a liar. And, you need to calm down. Like, and then going on her story, calling me, what did she call me? Husky. I'm like, husky? I don't know about that. I have no cellulite on my body. I got a couple extra pounds, but there's no cellulite. So you might need to look in the mirror to see about who's husky. I mean, that's just like disrespectful. I don't call other women names. That's just not. And then she was just bad mouthing me and telling everybody I'm a liar. I'm a liar. And I'm like, I'm not a liar. Like, here's the text message and here's my belt. So it was just, there's a lot. I think that the ring was a disadvantage. We were supposed to have the 16x16 ring, which is what we train in. And when they put the ring in, it was a fire hazard. The venue was a little small and it's like an L-shaped venue. Right. So they couldn't really fit it in properly to where people could escape if there was a fire. It did fit, but that was the problem. So they had to take it out. And last minute, we had to get a smaller ring. And with those big old gloves, I mean, the only way you can play in a ring that size is straight offense. So my whole goal of going in with defense, because based on watching her last 2 videos, her last 2 fights, I was like, I had to change my whole strategy last minute. I'm like, just go in and just get her, just put her against the corner, so.
Yep. Yeah. So earlier you said, and I wanted to ask you this, you said that she was giving Damon Feldman some crap before the event. What was that exactly? What happened?
I mean, she's just, I think she was getting a little stressed out. She knew that I had a lot of support there, and I think that she was just feeling like it wasn't going to go in her favor. Probably, I don't know. Maybe she was feeling like intimidated, and she was just haggling him, just giving him a hard time. And I think he was under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure at the time, and it was just like kind of like it was a lot going on. There was a lot happening. So I do think that like as a partner of the event in South Florida, whenever we do it, I think we need to have more than one set of eyes on the fight to make a final decision. I think that would be better for everybody. So it's not so much pressure on one person, because obviously the footage doesn't lie. So when you go back, you watch the footage, it doesn't matter what they call, who won. I mean, you can just look at the punches. Okay, X amount of punches were nailed and there was X amount of penalties. Like, boom, there's your winner. So I was trying really not hard to be nice to her. Yes, it was called a draw, but I did get the belt, at the end of it. And, I'm sorry that you feel this way. I apologized to her online that she got offended with. I didn't say anything mean to her either. So I don't know why I'm apologizing.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a fight, right?
Yeah.
So like, I think that, if you're going to get offended over words and you're having a fight with somebody, I don't know. That kind of looks weak to me. I think that, there should be a level of respect for one another in the ring. And also, yeah, of course, you want to talk smack, by all means, go ahead. But to get upset over words after you just got into a fight, I think there should be that mutual respect. I mean, and that's just, coming from a big fight fan like myself, watching fighters and talking to a lot of fighters, so also, I noticed that during the fight, Billy Patton was in your corner, obviously. What was he saying to you in between rounds? I mean, this is a great trainer.
You're going at it. You're getting it. You're getting her, So, that was the goal, was to go in there and just give it everything I got. And I did. And I really, when you watch back the fight, like I got like two really good, two really good chances where I just got her like 4 or 6 times, like on each one, like bam, 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 body shots. So, she never got more than one hit on me at a time, so that was definitely, I was very proud of that. That was cool. Mm-hmm. Those gloves are not easy because not only it's a lot on your hands, big on your hands, but then the other gloves that you're going against are big. So it's trying to maneuver them. And by the third round, you feel like you're throwing 100-pound weights,
right. Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure, Billy had something to say about that too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, we knew what we signed up for. I really wish we had the bigger ring so I could, really play my defense and go in with a couple combinations and jump out. But there's really nowhere to jump out and move around in that ring. So, we did what we could do. I mean, I have no disrespect for her. Like, I mean, I raised money, paid her to be there, and have been nothing but nice to her. My people have been nothing but nice to her. One of my girls painted her a picture. My friend of 15 years painted her a picture of herself and gave it to her. Like, everybody was super nice to her, So it's disappointing that she has to go and like go crazy online and bash me, especially because at the press conference, after we talked about everything, she wants to grab the mic and be like, oh, online bullying's a real thing and you shouldn't be bullying people online and like all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And then she literally goes and online bullies me. I'm like, that's kind of contradicting.
So what did your Dining Divas girls think? And you got the Fort Lickerdale company. So I can't even say it. What everybody, your support system, how were they reacting when you signed on to celebrity boxing?
Yeah, I mean, everybody was like, really? You're going to do that? And I'm like, why not? At this point in my life, I always need a challenge, and I'm, that's how I get down, and I'm straight entertainment. That's all I do. I mean, that's all I've done in my whole life: modeling, acting, TV host, event planner, booking talent. That's what I do. So I'm like, this is something I haven't done. I'm down to try it. I'm gonna go all in. I trained hard. I trained for 8 weeks, and that's what I did. It was fun. I mean, it was definitely a night to remember.
That's right. It definitely was.
Old folks home.
What's that?
Another story for the old folks home.
Yeah, exactly. On the rocket
ship. Around at 6:00. Let me tell you another crazy thing I did in my life.
And you got video proof. That's the cool thing about our era. Like we have all this footage, so that's really cool. So all right. So after the aftermath, how did it? Because I was there live, so I watched the event, and obviously I saw that it was called a draw, but how did you get the title? Because I didn't see that whole transition. Because I spoke to Damon after the fight, and Damon was like, what do you think? You know, and I was like, to be honest with you, I was like, I thought Christine edged out at the end. I thought, you know, in the beginning, I thought that personally, like as a fan, just watching on, I thought that Natalie was the aggressor in the beginning. But as the fight went on, I thought that you edged her out at the end. So when Damon asked me, I was like, I didn't think it was a draw. I thought Christine actually won the match. So how did that, you know,
a
happen?
lot of people came up and said that, and that's why he came up to me and he was like, look, he's like, you know, it was close to my eyes, but you know, you deserve the belt, so I want to give you the belt. Yeah, it should have been done in the ring, but you know, I just think that, again, like, I think we need to have a second pair of eyes, and it needs to be called properly there on the spot. But at the same time, just because it was called a draw, when you watch it back and you realize it wasn't, and everybody in the crowd realized it wasn't, it's also unfair to me when I trained for 8 weeks to get a draw because someone could, you know, because it was called wrong at the time, you know. So I mean, yeah, it sucks. The whole thing was kind of a hot mess. It was sloppy because obviously she went crazy, whatever, but she didn't watch the footage and say, you know what, she's right. You know what? That's what it is. Like, because now if I watched the footage back and it was a draw and I was like, yo, she won. I mean, you know, how am I going to say I got good sportsmanship? I've been an athlete my whole life. You know, I always shake hands after, let it go. Like, you know, take one. And like, if I take a loss and you know, you lost, and I'm okay with that. But when I won, I was like, man, I actually won. So that is, you know, I appreciate Damon coming and giving me the belt, telling me that, you know, everybody coming up and being like, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. And, you know, that's just what it was, you know?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, she's not very happy with me right now. She actually just sent me a message on Instagram.
Listen, she had a fake person texting me, pretending to be from Daily Mail. She's got people, she's making fake profiles on Instagram. I had to block her on Instagram and Facebook. I mean, all of this is, we're grown women, and she's older than me. You know, I'm a mother of a 16-year-old. I booked 700 girls, as 700 models. I have a Dining Divas TV show. It's all females that I run. You know, I'm putting together one of the biggest events in South Florida called the Influential Model Awards next year, which is all like the biggest female influencers. It's all women empowerment. For me, I don't want to fight with somebody about this. I said to her publicly, like, I am sorry that you're upset. I don't want to offend you or anything. It's just a fact. It's not, she's like, it's rigged. It's rigged. First of all, Damon Feldman knows, and everybody knows, I do not throw events like that. I told Damon from the very beginning when he asked me to box, I said, yeah, I'll box if it's a fair fight. I said, as long as it's a fair fight, no problem. I was like, I'm not doing any of this rig shit or anything like that. Like, I don't get down like that at all. So I'm like, if I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. That's what it is. So, you know, and I said that with all my fighters, like, I don't want anyone to, you know, going down on purpose or anything like that, because that's my name to it. If you do that somewhere else, that's your business. But when you come to my town, where I'm born and raised, where my name is very, you know, very well known, you know, it has to be done fairly and properly, you know, because I don't want people are going to buy tickets to come to my shows if I'm rigging stuff. So she said that. I'm like, that's actually the opposite of what I told Damon from the very get-go. So don't tell me it's rigged. It wasn't rigged. Okay. It was miscalled. Yeah. And Ciro, by the way, she keeps saying that, oh, the referee is my friend. I know everybody in South Florida that's making moves. Ciro has been on my TV show. I've met Ciro like 4 or 5 times in my life, along with everybody else down here. Almost anybody that you bring involved, they're going to know me for 10 years, 15 years. It's just how it is. Right. I've only known Ciro for a couple of years. So I did not book Ciro. Damon booked Ciro. And I actually told Damon that I wanted this sports guy to be the referee because he's a sports guy. And he said that, you know, he wanted Ciro, and that was what it was. So I didn't even book Ciro. And, you know, Ciro's an awesome guy. I love him to death. He did a great job. But he definitely didn't do me any personal favors. I mean, you see, I'm getting choked out for like 10 seconds at a time. And before he comes over and like breaks it up. So that wasn't like he was doing me any favors. Like he was doing us both the same, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to say. I mean, I don't think he did any favors for anybody. I mean, there was a lot of times in the match where there was a lot of headlocks and stuff, and he kind of let it go too. You know, it wasn't like he was jumping in and breaking it up. I mean, you know, at both sides. You know, it wasn't just.
It was very evenly distributed as far as there was no favors to either side with him.
I don't think so. I think, you know, look, you gave her some headlocks too. You know, it was a fight. It just is what it is.
I didn't give her a headlock. My arm got stuck and I couldn't get it off the rope. And she was kind of like running into me and it kind of went under and I kept trying to move it off her. But those gloves are so big and I couldn't get it to move. And it was like, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what part you're talking about because I kept trying to hit her back to get off me so I can move my arm. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And by the way, I never kicked her in the vagina. So whatever she's saying online, watch the footage. My knee, when she had me in a headlock, I tried to get out and my knee went up, never made contact with her body. You can clearly see it. And the only other time my leg went up at all, I was losing balance and my left leg went up in the air, total wild, and wasn't even near her body. So all this, like I hit her in the vagina thing is just like ridiculous. I mean, stupid.
Okay. Well, I got to say, because I'm a man of my word, so I got to say I have to apologize to her because, you know, when I watched the match, you know, I thought I really thought you edged her out. But, you know, it was pretty close. But I had texted her right after the match, and I said, should have won. So
see, that's when people do that, then it kind of gets someone even more.
Yeah. Well, that's why she's mad at me. So you know what? I apologize. You know, I made a mistake there, and I'm always the first to apologize. You know, I'm a human being, and I say, so things happen. You know, but she's not very happy with me.
I mean, listen, too, like I'm not mad at her. It's not nothing personal against her at all. It was a fight. We both trained for that fight. And what's fair is fair. You know what I mean? When I went in with the body shots, got like 10 body shots in just one of the rounds alone. And she got like none. Like she got like one hit in my face or whatever. That was it. So it's like, you know, you just do the math. It's just math. And it's nothing to be angry about. You know, be a good sport. Like, you know, if you want to do WWE style wrestling, then give me 8 weeks to train for WWE style.
That'd be great.
We'll go in and wrestle. That's what he clearly likes to do. So
celebrity wrestling. Let's do it.
Why not? You know?
I'm down. And actually, my buddies own Blueprint Pro Wrestling here in South Florida. So we'll have a little chit chat with them. See if we can do some celebrity wrestling. That'd be kind of fun. So then there was the after party, the tiki bar. You know, everything kind of settled down. Everybody got outside, got some fresh air. It was a nice, cool, beautiful night on the beach. I hung out for a little bit. I had some dinner, and then I took off. Obviously, people were staying there much later than I. So what? I saw you for a little bit. We took some pics, and I was out. So anything transpire after that, like at the tiki bar with you guys, or it was kind of calm?
No, everything was fine. Like, I mean, I don't even think. No, I saw her. We both said, "Hey, good match." Like, I don't think that she knew. See, I didn't realize that she didn't know that I got the belt. I don't think she realized. I thought that she knew that it was just a confusion on that part. And I think she should have been informed better. So that way she wouldn't get offended when I said that, because she thought I was lying and I wasn't lying, you know? So that was just a confusion. You know, he did post it. He did tag her. I think he later took it off because she was like freaking out about it. And then I just talked to him this morning. He's like, you're the belt holder. Like, you're the belt winner. That's what it is. So she's just going to have to deal with it, you know? And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, I didn't ask for the belt, you know? I got told, here's the belt. You're the belt winner. Everyone's saying that you won. I made a mistake. Like, boom, that's what it is. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool, you know?
Yep.
So.
Ciro's in.
Ciro.
What's up, Ciro, the referee? We're going to have to get his thoughts one of these days.
Yeah, for sure.
On everything. That guy's, he's a great guy, very talented individual. He's doing a lot of big things.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely talk to him.
And all right. So I'm glad that the after party was, there was no brawls breaking out. Nobody was getting thrown through tables. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I feel bad that she's so mad and went off online like that, but I don't even know why she's so mad. Like, it wasn't meant. I never said anything mean to her. It's just, she's just angry. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, moving on. So you got a lot of other things going on. So
I do.
Let's talk a little bit about Dining Divas TV. I don't watch much TV, so full disclosure, I'm kind of a Netflix guy myself. But tell me about Dining Divas TV. I'm curious.
So Dining Divas is like an out in the town show where the divas go have cocktails at the bar, cook with the chef, and eat with a celebrity or influencer. It's very much like Housewives meets Drive-In Diners and Dives. Super fun, something different. A lot of times these foodies are not the most attractive people, or mostly men. So it's something different. It gives you more like a good atmosphere of like the restaurant. You really get to see the front of the house, the back of the house, the food, the cocktails, and everything in between.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. So where can I find this TV show?
You can go to diningdivas.tv, and we are on the CW. Season 2 airs in January down in South Florida. And currently they're pitching it to some pretty big networks. So fingers crossed.
All right. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely fingers crossed. I wish you luck with that TV show. That sounds great. I've seen a lot of the promotions online, obviously. So it looks like fun. I'm definitely, would I consider myself a foodie? I just like to eat food. So I don't know if that falls into the foodie
Me,
category.
me too. That's all I like to do. I let them tell me about what I'm eating. I'm just like, what is this? And what am I eating? And they just tell me, so it's not like we're like professional. We're professional girls that go out. We're
Right.
professional, diners.
Okay, cool. How'd you get involved in that TV show?
I created it. I said, I've done celebrity interviews for 6 years on TV. And I was like, you know what? I want to get paid to eat and drink on TV. And I was like,
That's
how
smart.
can I do that?
I
I
love
was
it.
like, here, let's come up with this idea. And, there's a strength in the numbers with other females, so I just started bringing on different girls and creating my posse and my diva posse. And, we're having a blast. So
That's cool. That's really cool. And then you have something else. So what's the Fort Lickerdale? What's that?
Well, Fort Lickerdale is my parent company. That's what
Okay.
owns all my shows. So I have my On the Mic show, which is what was there at Celebrity Boxing. That was in hotel rooms nationally for a year, and it's being redistributed soon. So I'll have that information as soon as they get it to me. But that's all celebrity interviews and different events like what we just did. And then I'm producing a new show with Brian Breach called America's Gone Viral, which is going to be super fun. He's gone viral 3 times. He's a local here in South Florida. He was our announcer. And, we're going to be doing different stuff with that, with the celebrity guests that are going to like kind of rate the videos of the different people that come in and get like skit video things that they have to put together, and we'll rate them, and you'll have online voting, all kinds of fun stuff. So that I'm doing. And then I'm doing the Influential Model Awards with my partner Jared and the IMAs, and that's going to be a huge event because we're flying in some of the top influencers from all over the world. So we'll have people from Brazil and Europe and Canada and Vegas and everything. All females. They're competing in 25 categories: best acting, best modeling, best swimsuit, best in music, and so on. A bunch of different things: best in yoga, best in combat and sports. And we have about 5 nominees per category, and we'll have some celebrity judges for that. And then we'll have the most influential model overall. So we'll be doing live streaming worldwide. It's going to be a big event with a VIP party. So if you want to find out more about that, you go to itstheimas.com. And if you want to find out more about America's Gone Viral, you can just follow Brian Breach because we'll be posting a lot about that over the next 2 months as well.
And is this just tell me if this is right so I know.
Itstheimas.com. There you go. You got it.
Beautiful. Check it out, guys. That sounds pretty awesome.
It's exciting. I'm very excited about it. So I got a lot of stuff to get back to work after this 2 months of training and putting together this event. I'm ready to get back on my money grind. So
that's it. Yeah. Well, you got the belt and now onto really great things. I see your T-shirt, Thug Life Vodka. So Thug Life Vodka was a huge sponsor.
Yeah. Yeah, they love me. They always sponsor everything I do. He's very supportive of everything I do. And listen, it's a great vodka too. I mean, it's funny because some people are like, Thug Life, well, it's really a throwback to my generation of Tupac and Biggie music is what it's all about. So people just kind of get that confusion. But the vodka is like top notch.
I had it. Yeah, I had it at the event, and I thought it was very good, very smooth. So these guys definitely know what they're doing over there at Thug Life Vodka. And I love the name too, because like you said, it reminds me of the old, mid-90s hip hop, Biggie, Tupac. So, that's really cool stuff.
But shout out to all the sponsors: Tuscan Prime, Ocean Manor, Thug Life, everybody that participated. It was a really good time. We had a great time. So
that's awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time to be on a Guy Think podcast. I appreciate it. Hearing all the stuff that went down, and I thought it was a fun event, and
it was sold out. It was a sold out event.
We were sold out. Are you going to defend the title? That's the next question.
I'm totally down to fight again. It's going to have to be in a little while because I got a lot of responsibilities with all my businesses that I have, but I'm definitely down to fight again. I don't think that I want to fight Nat because we'll see because it's just kind of like the way she acted is that's below me. I'm a more classy girl than that, and I don't want to have to associate myself when people act like that. If I lose, I'll just pound it out, say, hey, good job, and just let it go. So I have no problem losing, no problem. So
who would you want to fight if you had to pick somebody?
I don't know. Like I told him it might be fun to fight like Hoops. I mean, Hoops is a challenge for me, and I'm always down for a challenge. And but Hoops beat Nat, and I beat Nat, so why not? I mean, I'm okay if he beats me up. I don't care. I'll be like, hey, but I got in the ring with her, didn't I? So
Absolutely.
I would be okay with that. I really want to call out JWoww. Now I don't know if she would fight me, but I think that would be fun. I mean, she talked a lot of smack on Jersey Shore. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
really? What? JWoww, yeah, from the
JWoww,
Jersey
that
Shore,
would
yeah.
be fun. I think that would be fun for me. I would have fun with that one.
Oh,
But
do you think Damon could get in touch with her? I think that'd be pretty cool.
hey, let's see. Maybe we can send her this video and be like, "Yo, what's up, JWoww?"
Yeah, but we may have to get her all dialed in and see if we could make this thing happen.
Yeah,
I'd
I
like
would.
to see it.
I think that would be fun. But listen, I'm down for any reality star or TV host that wants to challenge me. I mean, I'm always down for a good fight. So
Yeah, I think
done cleanly.
yeah. Well, I think it would draw a lot of attention for sure.
Yeah.
Jamie Klump says it was an awesome
What's
night.
that,
Jamie
Jamie?
he was I think he came all the way from Canada, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jamie's awesome. He puts together some awesome videos. I love all of them.
Yeah, Jamie's he's a good dude. We connected on Facebook, and then I met him at the event, and just a really cool guy.
Yeah,
Did a
for
good job out there.
Everybody did a great job. Brian Breach killed it. Jamie killed it. I mean, Ciro was great. Everybody was great. Everybody was wonderful. I had a great time. We had a really nice cast of people there.
So watching the fights, what was your favorite fight that you watched?
I mean, I gotta say, Brian Werner and Carlton really packed the heat, man. They brought it. They did a great job. I was impressed. Our fight was entertaining, to say the least. So yeah, I mean, I think all the fights were great. I didn't get to watch all of them, but I mean, I think from what I hear, they were all fun and entertaining. So.
No, that's it was. I like the two big guys that were in the ring.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that one. I missed that.
Oh man, that was fun. That was yeah. These guys were huge. I was like, damn. But then there was
Tan Mom's performance.
Oh yeah, Tan Mom. That was a shocker for me. I didn't know Tan Mom was going to be there. I didn't catch that memo. So when I saw Tan Mom, I was like, oh boy, okay, it was interesting.
That song was interesting. I mean, I was like, oh okay. I mean, was she trying to say that she didn't want people to call her Tan Mom anymore? Was that what the song was about, or I kind of just heard like little bits of it, like from the outside area. So.
I'll put it to you this way. I was so shocked that what I saw, I wasn't paying attention to the words. It was
like,
nuts.
Tan Mom.
That's all I saw. I think we got a caller that's calling in right now.
Oh yeah? Who's calling in?
I think it looks like Jamie's calling in.
Jamie!
Let me see if we could get him in the stream here. See if he's available. Jamie.
Hello, can you see me?
I can hear you. I can't see you.
You can hear me? Okay.
There you go.
I had to click the right button.
There you go.
Hi, Christine. Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Very good.
Great. Thanks for calling in, Jamie.
Yeah, I just wanted to check in quickly and make a couple comments. First of all, with Christine and for Nat, I mean, especially with Christine, I had the opportunity to work with her in the Dining Divas. They really stood up. They helped to do some promotional videos and really sell the event. They are professionals and very inspirational in the areas for which they serve. They're going to do big things. I hold them in the highest regards.
Thank you, James.
Nat too. We got to go out with dinner her on Friday night, and we tell she's hardworking. They're big personalities, but for me, like extreme athletes now. Wow, like it was absolutely amazing. Just from the opening of the main event to the entrance, it felt big time. The fight, pure entertainment. And that's the goal of celebrity boxing,
Sure.
right? It's Damon always says he's building the WWE version of boxing, and that was our goal going in. And I was expectations exploded with me. That main event was awesome, and most of the feedback that we got and I got after the show was how entertaining that main event was.
Yeah,
everyone of course has their opinion who is the winner or not, but at the end of the day, like for me as a fan and someone who's part of entertaining the fans, that was a huge win. And I mean, compliments to Christine. I followed you on social media and I seen how much hard work you were putting into this. You look like a real boxer. It was absolutely so.
Oh, I got to train with the best, so I feel good about it.
it was an absolutely amazing night in South Florida. But I did call in with a question.
Yeah.
So it's for Christine and Joe also. You know, Damon's vision is, you know, celebrity boxing becomes a staple mark in South Florida. He wants to go back there often, and I can see why. I mean, I'm already missing the sunny beaches of
Oh yeah.
But do you think there's a big opportunity in South Florida to grow with celebrity boxing if they set the right path forward?
Oh, definitely. I mean, listen, I've done multiple events with Damon over the last 8 years down here, and all of them have been awesome. We've always had a great turnout. I'm excited to see what, you know, who he gets signed next. You know, I don't plan on going in the ring again for a while, but I'm still trying to nurse this neck from all those headlocks, man. I'm like, oh my God, gotta go to the chiropractor tomorrow. But it was I think there's a lot of fun things to do. South Florida is full of characters. We have so many characters here. It's like all the crazies come down here. So it's so much to do. There's so many people to utilize their energies and their characters.
I think Florida man, we got to get one of the Florida mans in the ring and have them fight. Florida's an entertaining place. I think that, you know, I think, yeah, I agree with you. I think Florida would be fun. You know, a lot of people vacation here. A lot of people want to be here. A lot of people travel here from all over the world. So I think, you know, celebrity boxing would definitely be a success here. And you had it in a hotel, and I thought that was a good idea because there was a lot of people that I spoke to that were at the event that were just there, you know, visiting Florida, not knowing there was even an event going on, and they went to the event. So I think there's definitely some really good appeal to celebrity boxing. So I would say, yeah, bring it on again, bring it down. You know, let's hit up the Hard Rock, let's hit up Miami.
Yeah, we're definitely going to Miami for sure. That'll definitely be in another place. We've done them in West Palm Beach, we've done them in Fort Lauderdale, and we'll definitely do one in Miami too, for sure.
I think one of the things that I noticed would happen was the day of the event, and everyone who's a guest at the hotel or surrounding hotels sees everyone coming in, they see the buzz, and they're already there to have a good time. Most folks are on vacation. They're like, how can we be part of it?
No, sure, definitely.
And I know they had to turn away people at the door, and to me, that's really impressive. I mean, we got a lot of people who did not attend the event, but were at the after party, and they were saying this is an amazing buzz here. So I think there's something really happening there, and people are already in a good mood. They're on vacation, they're having fun, and they want to be entertained. And celebrity boxing can offer that.
Yeah, I definitely think the hotel thing was actually a great thing. I mean, I know that particular hotel was a little not structured to like how it fit the ring properly, so that kind of was a bummer for us. But other than that, the hotel was fabulous. Ocean Manor's great. I've done a lot of stuff with them, but I definitely want to move around to some other venues and get into some bigger hotels, maybe that we could fit the right size ring and stuff, and get more people in there than the three. We had 300 people, so that's a nice turnout.
Yeah, it was a packed house over there. What I liked about celebrity boxing was the way it's interactive with everybody that's there. You know, a lot of times you go to an event and you're a fan and you're watching the show and that's it. With celebrity boxing, the fans have a lot of interaction with the competitors, with the celebrities that are there. So it's more of like a group effort, so to speak. So it's fun. You know, it's like going to like a Broadway play, so to speak. You know, it's like you feel like you're a part of it, not just watching it. So that's definitely something cool about it.
Definitely.
I'm happy you mentioned that, Joe, because just speaking with Brian leading up to this event, that's one of the things we discussed. You know, you have your matches and everyone's there to see the fighters, of course, but then there's this sub piece where you want people to be entertained. So we didn't want there to be like 15 minutes of lull in between the matches. So we came up with other concepts, and you see the performances with Adam Barda. We had the skit with the proposal, and we just tried to keep the dialogue going to keep people like in their seats and entertained. It's obviously still a work in progress, but some of the feedback we're getting is that people enjoyed that.
Jamie, you and Brian killed it on the mic, man. You guys are really good together. We need to get you doing stuff together more often.
Absolutely. I had such a wonderful time. I'm still on like this natural high here because of the event, and we had a good time. We worked with great people, and like I said, the feedback was awesome. But to me, as long as everyone came back and said, listen, we were entertained, we had a good time, we got a reaction from the crowd. You know, it was a boo at the end of the main event, but sometimes in sports, whether you get a cheer, you get a boo, is better than getting silence. So so that tells me that the fans were engaged and they were entertained. So there's a lot to take from that. But no, I appreciate you saying that. We're going to keep building it. Next time, come back even stronger.
Well, listen, just to make the record clear, I have nothing against Nat. I think she was great. We had a great time at the press conference. We were very friendly throughout the whole thing. I mean, obviously, I just think that at the end it was just a bad situation, a lot of misunderstandings and miscommunication between everything. But I have no ill feelings towards her. I have nothing bad to say about her. That's just not my style. And I thank her for coming down and having fun with us.
Yeah, Natalie's a good girl. I'll tell you, aside from, I know you guys had your your beef there, but I will tell you from a personal level, obviously, Christine, I get along with you great, and you're super sweet, really nice. Your husband's a great man. And then also Natalie, I mean, I've talked to Natalie. We've exchanged phone numbers. I think she's great. I was when we had the press conference, I was over there. And I was at the Tiki Bar, and I was talking to Tanisha, and then she left. And then Natalie was like, "Hey, I got pizza. Why don't you come over?" And
I was buying Natalie drinks at the press conference. I was like, "Girl, I got you. Let me get you vodka."
Yeah, Natalie's very kind. She's very thoughtful. For me, I thought she was very nice. I know she's not very happy with me right now because of this interview and everything, but I will say that I think she's great and very kind-hearted girl. So. I wish her the best as well.
Especially as amateurs, it can get a little tense. I mean, it's just tense, especially when you're female amateurs at that, So
that's why I don't fight. I just ask the questions. That's all I do.
Just to follow up what you were saying, Joe, is, I guess a couple of the expectations of celebrity boxing is one that, especially the main eventers promote the event. And we already know Christine and her team of Dining Divas and everyone that she works with went far beyond any expectations when it came to promoting this event. Like, they excelled at it. And then the second best piece is, put on a show in the ring. That will that will leave the fans going home happy. And they both, Nat and Christine, and everyone on the card, by the way, did that.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, the Brian Warner fight was very entertaining to me. I like that one a lot.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I enjoyed watching that.
Yeah. So the event's only as good as your cast. And, it starts with the main eventers and the undercards, and then the guys like myself and Brian who are supporting. And I thought everyone came together as a team. And so, to me, expectations were exceeded, and it was an outstanding night.
So I got to say, that one dude from Forever Young, that guy's a beast.
Carlton? I know.
My God. I looked at him, and I was like, my God, whoever's going up against this guy, I feel so sorry for. I mean, just a massive, and the other guy, I give him credit. He got in the ring, he tried, but he stood no chance. I don't think many guys would have stood a chance against him.
Dude, Carlton's got some long arms too. I noticed that the last day I saw him training online, and I was like, yo, those arms, like, he's gonna bam somebody. I mean, the amount of force that comes with something that long. I mean, I was feeling bad for the guy too.
I would have ran out of the ring. Forget it.
He did. Didn't he blow out?
He couldn't defend. It was hard.
Yeah, not at all.
There was no room to move. With big guys like that, they need a bigger space.
You need a big ring. That's true.
You can tell Carlton came to play. I was just talking to the other boxers after the event. Now, if you didn't know, Christine knows, all the boxers were down by the cabanas. That was sort of their setup station. And some of the feedback was, that Carlton, he's intense. He had his game face on, he was ready to go. Yeah, he wasn't lounging. He wasn't joking around. He was ready to box.
He brought his headphones. He was in his moment, he
was Super Bowl ready, right? When he came to the ring, that was a massive presence, and he wasn't fooling around.
He came to fight, man. Well, it was a great event. Jamie, thank you for stopping in, and I appreciate you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We'll talk soon for sure.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night.
Bye, Jamie.
You too, my man.
Bye.
Take care. All right. So that was cool to hear from Jamie.
Yeah. I like him a lot, man. He's a cool guy.
He really is. He really is. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to be on the podcast. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I hope you had a good time too.
You do a great job too. It was nice meeting you as well.
Yes, same here. And I hope to see you soon. I'm sure I'll see you out somewhere at a restaurant having a drink or having something to eat.
I'm headed to Del Rey right now.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I might be there tomorrow night. I'm supposed to go out to dinner with a friend of mine, so we'll see.
All right. Thank you.
You got it, Christine. Take care.
Bye, Joe.
Bye. All right, guys. So that's concludes the live episode from A Guy Think podcast. I'm glad and happy that some of you have interacted live. And I tried to get everybody involved as much as I could. It's the first time I'm doing this style of broadcasting, so hopefully I did good. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions for me, please let me know. I'm always open to suggestions and improving and becoming better and better and better and better every single day of my life. That's the whole purpose here. So I hope you guys enjoy. Christine's a great girl. She's got a lot of good things going on. Check her out, Dining Divas TV, and check out that Celebrity Boxing. It was really cool. So God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next episode. We got Jason Knight coming on. He just had a big win in his rematch at BKFC 9 against Artem Lobov. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be great. And yes, can't wait to show you guys that. So thank you again, guys, and have an awesome night.